The 12 Chairs by Ilf and Petrov, Part 2, in Moscow. Chapter 15, A Sea of Chairs. Statistics know everything. It has been calculated with precision how much plowland there is in the USSR with subdivision into Black Earth, Loam, and Loess. All citizens of both sexes have been recorded in those neat thick registers so familiar to Ippolit Matveyevich Vorobyaninov, the registry office ledgers. It is known how much of a certain food is consumed yearly by the average citizen in the Republic. It is known how much vodka is imbibed as an average by this average citizen, with a rough indication of the tidbits consumed with it. It is known how many hunters, ballerinas, revolving lathes, dogs of all breeds, bicycles, monuments, girls, lighthouses, and sewing machines there are in the country. How much life full of fervor, emotion, and thought there is in those statistical tables. Who is this rosy-cheeked individual sitting at a table with a napkin tucked into his collar and putting away the steaming victuals with such relish? He is surrounded with herds of miniature bulls. Fattened pigs have congregated in one corner of the statistical table. Countless numbers of sturgeon, burbo, and churkon fish splash about in a special statistical pool. There are hens sitting on the individual's head, hands, and shoulders. Tame geese, ducks, and turkeys fly through cirrus clouds. 2 rabbits are hiding under the table. Pyramids and towers of Babel made of bread rise above the horizon. A small fortress of jam is washed by a river of milk. A pickle the size of the Leaning Tower of Pisa appears on the horizon. Platoons of wine, spirits, and liquors march behind ramparts of salt and pepper. Tottering along in the rear in a miserable bunch come the soft drinks, the non-combatant soda waters, lemonades, and wire-encased siphons. Who is this rosy-cheeked individual, a gourmand and a tosspot with a sweet tooth? Gargantua, king of the Dispodes, Silev Voss, the legendary soldier Jacob Redshirt, Lucullus? It is not Lucullus. It is Ivan Ivanovich Sidorov, or Sidor Sidorovich Ivanov, an average citizen who consumes all the victuals described in the statistical table as an average throughout his life. He is a normal consumer of calories and vitamins, a quiet 40-year-old bachelor who works in a haberdashery and knitwear shop. You can never hide from statistics. They have exact information not only on the number of dentists, sausage shops, syringes, caretakers, film directors, prostitutes, thatched roofs, widows, cab drivers, and belles. They even know how many statisticians there are in the country. But there is one thing that they do not know. They do not know how many chairs there are in the USSR. There are many chairs. The census calculated the population of the Union Republics at 143 million people. If we leave aside 90 million peasants who prefer benches, boards, and earthen seats, and in the east of the country shabby carpets and drugs, we still have 50 million people for whom chairs are objects of prime necessity in their everyday lives. If we take into account possible errors in calculation and the habits of certain citizens in the Soviet Union of sitting on the fences, and then to have the figure just in case, we find that there cannot be less than 26.5 million chairs in the country. To make the figure truer, we will take off another 6.5 million. The 20 million left is the minimum possible number. Amid this sea of chairs made of walnut, oak, ash, rosewood, mahogany, and Karelian birch, amid chairs made of fir and pinewood, the heroes of this novel are to find one Ham's walnut chair with curved legs, containing Madame Petrukov's treasure inside its chintz-upholstered belly. The concessionaires lay on the upper berth, still asleep as the train cautiously crossed the Oka River and, increasing its speed, began nearing Moscow.